Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Mr. Ramesh, for your welcome note, for your kind words. Thank you so much for taking up the opportunity as well. Now to all the other participants, over to the participants. Thank you so much for joining with us today. And without further delay, let's start with the session, which is our launch episode. We will be showing you some MCQ via the tool Mentimeter. I hope you have used it. If not, I will guide you how step by step we'll go ahead with it. Some of us may be aware, some of us may not be. Please feel free to select the option which you feel is the best. In the MCQs which is displayed, you will also get an option. Before we begin, I want to set one ground rule. There is no right or wrong answers today, no judgment as well, and your responses will be completely anonymous. The purpose is simple, that is to understand what young leaders are really dealing with. Allow me to please share my screen first. We'll be using Mentimeter, by the way. 1 minute. So let me share the link as well. Yes. So in the Zoom link that you have in the chat screen, I've shared the link for the Mentimeter. Request you to please join that. So I believe you would be able to see this, right? Perfect. Thank you so much. Please let me know once you're available to start with the session. Type in the chat screen if you're available to start, and then I'll start with the questions. So you can either go to menti.com and type the code which is displayed on the screen, that is 64131434. Else, thank you so much. 7 people have already joined. I can see the display here. 7 people have joined, are waiting for quite a good number of amount more. 8 people have joined. Thank you so much. Go to the code which is there in the chat screen. That is, you can click on the link which is there in the chat screen. Otherwise, you can also go to menti.com, type it in your mobile or the laptop which you're using. Type this particular code and you will be able to join it here. 8 people have joined, waiting for a few more before we begin with the sessions. 9 have joined. Thank you so much. We'll wait for a few more. Either go to menti.com and type the code which is displayed here. Let me allow you all to unmute yourself if you have any questions. So I've given an option to unmute yourself. So if you need any clarification, you can either unmute it and ask. You have to go to menti.com and type the code which is displayed. 10 people are there.
Good morning.
Good morning. May I know who's there on this?
Happy morning, Archana.
Happy morning, Arun sir. Very nice to see you join as well. Thank you so much for joining. I request a small cooperation. If you could join please on menti.com and type the code which is displayed on the screen, that would be helpful. Else in the chat, there is a link. You can click on that link also and come here. So 11
Good
people,
morning.
I believe we can start.
Good morning, Archana. This is Sandeep from Surat.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Sandeep, sir. Thank you so much for joining as well. Wonderful to see our beautiful community members here as well. 11 have joined, waiting for a few more.
How many few more?
We have around 19 here, so we can expect 17 or 16 to be joining.
Okay. Still a couple.
Yes.
Good morning. Good morning, Archana. Anand here.
Good morning, Anand, sir.
Hello, Archana.
I have put the code on Menti, but I have a black screen which says, okay, so it's not started yet, right?
Yes, it's not started. It's not started. That is why.
All right.
Okay, so I guess we have waited for a few seconds. We can start with the session now.
04131434. Should I give space in between or?
It's 6413, Arun sir.
641.
64131434.
Space in between?
So no, not required for entering the space.
It's directly I have to give it Menti space like a
Yes,
search bar.
yes, you'll come just for this Menti space. That's it. 64131434. Okay, so we can start with it, I believe, because quite some those who were okay, 12 have joined. That's you, Arun sir, I think. Okay, so we can start with the session now. And here is the first question which is coming across to all of you. So here's the question, and you will also have options in front of you. When someone steps into a leadership role for the first time, which of the following tends to be the most challenging? So you have options in front of you. Request you to please tick the one which you feel is the correct one, according to you. Okay, so I've got one response. Handling conflicts within the team, giving feedback or correcting someone, being taken seriously as a leader, managing people related mistakes, managing senior stakeholders, or a combination of all of the above. We have 3 votes as of now, still waiting for a few more. So we had around 11 people there in the call. 4 people have voted combination of all of the above. 4 have voted. After you give your vote, you need to click on submit.
I did.
How to give vote, Archana ma'am?
Okay, so you are there on the screen now, I hope.
Yeah, I have clicked that option, but okay, now I think you have.
Yes, you have to click on submit.
Okay.
Thank you so much. So 7 people have logged in now. Being taken seriously as a leader, handling conflicts within the team. Perfect. Thank you so much. Still waiting for a few more because we had around 11 to 12 people who were there. Only 7 have responded. When someone steps into a leadership role for the first time, which of the following tends to be the most challenging? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 options displayed in front of you. Please feel free to type the one which you feel is the correct one. Your names will not be recorded, only your responses will be recorded. After you have typed your response, please go ahead and click on submit option. Okay, so I've got 7 responses as of now. I believe the others are facing some technical problem in giving the response. So yes, thank you so much for giving your response. Quite a good number of people have selected the option or combination of all of the above. If you're one among those 5, welcome to the leadership role. That is what it is going to be. It is not going to be handling as just, yes, thank you so much, Ms. Nidhi. Thank you for the annotation here as well. Absolutely right. It is not just 1 or 2, it is all of the above. But those who have selected handling conflicts within the team or being taken seriously as a reader, it's absolutely right of you selecting that as well because this is your opinion, not the other's opinion as well. Now, going forward for the next option, the next question. From what you have seen or experienced, which people management area usually requires the most attention? So now you have options here: performance and ownership, behavior or attitude alignment, clear and effective communication, or managing former peers or colleagues, preparing for and having difficult conversation, or understanding people management better overall. Which one do you think is the best?
All of the above.
Request you to Arun sir, please enter the all of the above we do not have, but you can select lots of options.
Only 3.
Yes, yes. You can select lots of options. It is multiple. Okay. Sometimes, Arun sir, it is so much obvious that you are the one who selected it. Okay. So clear and effective word. Thank you so much. This time, I believe quite a good number of people are giving some responses. Thank you so much. So we have one person who has set it performance and ownership. We have one vote for behavior or attitude alignment. We have 3 votes for clear and effective communication. We have, okay, now we have 4 votes for that. Okay, good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The responses are getting filled in a lot. After you have clicked your responses, it is multiple choice. You can go for 2 or 3 and you can click on submit option after that. This is a launch episode. So this is going to be just a giving an insight as to what the series is going to be regarding. Okay.
What happened to the previous series?
Yes, an introduction to the series which we are going to have. So now we move on to the next slide. Which type of, so there are only 4 questions. This is the third one. Which type of HR or workplace conversation is generally considered the most sensitive? So you have 4 options in front of you. Manjunath and Mr. Vigneshwar, I see the option 6 there in front of you. Ramesh has said 5. May I know what exactly were you mentioning? Nidhi has said 5. Were you selecting the options? Because you have to select it onto the screen, which you're getting the options there. Rather than mentioning A, B, C, D, E, you have to select the options. So we can actually see the responses here. Okay, so we are getting some votes for this as well. Corrective or improvement oriented feedback. Thank you so much. There are people who have said, there are 3 who have said for this. Okay, 3 options for this. I think it's a regular going for corrective or improvement oriented feedback and conversations around behavior or conduct. Yes, quite a good. Okay, the 5th one is getting the setting boundaries or saying no. Exactly. This is something which we all really struggle with. Setting boundaries or saying no, because once you're in the leadership position, everyone keeps coming to you for help and you do not know how to say no. Because sometimes you feel that it's just repetition of tasks, repetition of instructions, but if we say no, we end up sounding as a rude people. Thank you so much for that. We'll go
Yes,
ahead for the,
yes, correct.
yes, exactly. Once we're in the leadership role, everybody comes to us only for guidance, and we do not know how to turn down those people as well. That's absolutely true. Okay, so going on to the next slide, please. Here's the last question for the day before we get into another mode. At what stage in the leadership journey does confidence typically feel most tested? So you have 5 options right there in front of you. The initial transition phase, during difficult or corrective conversations, when teams don't respond as expected, after a visible mistake or setback, or at different points depending on the situation. Okay, Manjunath has replied 4th, after a visible mistake. Ramesh has replied 3. Okay. To the participants who are replying in the chat box, I request you to please log into menti.com, type that code, and then only the responses are going to get recorded here. But thank you so much for typing it here as well in the chat screen. Okay, so I believe I have quite a good number of votes for.
Okay, Archana ji, thank you.
Yes. So we have votes for the 4th one. Then teams don't respond as expected. Yes. And we have also for the last one at different points depending on the situation. Absolutely true. So it is not just one aspect or 2 aspects which you have to see in your leadership journey. It's different aspects, various aspects. But yes, those who have responded, teams don't respond. You're absolutely right there as well, because as I mentioned, it is not about one designate, one role or 2 roles, or one problem or 2 problem. Everybody has different experiences, and maybe this is somewhere where you faced a difficult, problematic situation as well. So we have quite some votes coming in here as well. Thank you so much. I'll probably end the presentation because these were the only 4 questions which we had in place for us. I'm ending the presentation. Thank you so much, everyone, for your response. Yes, thank you so much, everyone, for your response. It's really appreciated. Those who struggled it for the first time, please be aware that we are going to use it for the upcoming series. So even if you're struggling the first time, I'm pretty sure the second time or the third time, we will get it all started.
Is that all, Archana? That's all? We can log
No,
on?
no. We have just started the session, but we have seen an example as to what basically the problems are going to be there when it comes to um, leadership, holding the leadership position or holding an HR position. It was really helpful. The session which we had right now, thank you so much everyone for your inputs. It was really helpful to set us the tone right before starting the talk show. Our talk show is going to start from the coming Saturday. But before that, I wanted to set a few things straight as to what the session is going to be regarding. Here's an important truth which I would like to convey based on my experience and exposure. Confidence, it is not just about having all the answers, it is about willing to enter difficult conversations with clarity. HR, as you can see, it is not paperwork. Those who are there from the organizational setup, including me, in fact, initially I have worked as an HR and I've understood that it is not just a paperwork. It is about understanding people, emotional, complex, and unpredictable people. You have to deal with those kind of people. And that is exactly why this series exists. So before I move ahead, I want to pause here. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to type it in the chat screen or feel free to ask me also as to what basically this series is going to be regarding or any clarifications that you have. Either raise your hands or else please type in the chat box or else please feel free to unmute yourself and raise the questions as well. Does anybody have any questions?
Hi, Archana. This is Nadraj here.
Yes,
Thanks
Mr.
for your efforts on this educative session. This section, Saral, in future more useful for employees or only for HR professionals?
No, it is useful for everybody in the organizational setup. Thank you so much for asking this question. It is not for only the HRs. It is for people who are in the organizational setup, people who are in the corporates, people who are in the companies. They can very well come ahead and join in the session. They can join as speakers or as participant. I'm available for both.
Okay. So it clearly explain about in coming series how the HR part effectively can be work well, right? That is the series about, right? Coming series.
Yes, the coming series will have a different speaker for each of the series. We'll have a different speaker, so they will be coming ahead with their topics and we'll be able to discuss that. Yes, Mr. Venkat, you have a question? Can you please unmute?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Good morning, Archana. Actually, what is the agenda of this talk show? Will it follow some specific formats?
Thank you so much, Mr. Venkat. And could you also please introduce yourself before? Sorry, I missed for the previous Mr. Natraj, but could you also please introduce yourself before we go ahead?
I am Venkat Raman. Actually, I'm working with the Mahindra Finance as SME manager.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much. So yes, here we have a specific agenda. We are in the talk show. It is not going to be like how I've displayed right now, just Mentimeter questions. As I informed at the initial phase, this is just an introduction round. So it is just setting the context straight. However, in the talk show, when we start, let me just type in the chat box itself. We'll have a welcome note just like we had today, but I request the participant to please keep the speaker on. We'll have an interaction on the topic. So each day, each time is going to be a different topic, a different speaker. Interaction will be there between the speaker and between me, wherein we will discuss regarding the topic which is mentioned. I'm typing in the chat screen. Post the interaction, we will also have some questions for the participants who are there based on what the interaction we had. If the questions, the participants are able to answer it well, here's something very nice for all the people. We will be also be giving a surprise gift for the speakers who have got the maximum answers right. So we will have a surprise quiz, and in the surprise quiz, we will also have surprise gifts for the winners of the talk show. Okay, Mr. Raj, I will be addressing that as well. So let me finish off with Mr. Venkat's question. So after the questions for the participants and the surprise gifts, we will have a Q&A session. So if the participants have any question in line with the topic of the day, then they can also go ahead and raise any questions for that. And towards the last, of course, we will have vote of thanks or ending note from the participants there. So this is the agenda of the talk show. Right now, since it is the first one, the launch episode, there is not much in the talk show except for just giving an introduction for that. Coming to Mr. Raj's question, what are the topics that you will have in the talk show? Thank you so much for that. So basically in the topics, if you see, these are going to be organizational related topics or HR related topics. For example, let me see if I have any particular topics right now here with me. So we'll have topics such as probably sorry, I'm struggling here with the screen a bit. Yes, so we'll have topics such as probably how to give the feedback to the participants, how to give a feedback, sorry, not to the participants, to the people in the team, how to manage the team, or how to manage changes which are coming across in the team. So HRs or anybody in the organization, whenever there is any changes with regards to the policies, the participants who are there, the people who are there, they may or may not accept it. How can we go ahead and making sure that they are actually accepting it rather than saying that it is company policy, we have to do it. Rather than saying that I'm the manager, I'm the senior manager, you have to do it because I have said it. That is probably not an able sense of leadership. That is probably just an autocratic leadership. So the topics are going to be in line with those kind of roles. So every speaker, every episode is going to be a different speaker, and every speaker would be coming across with these topics. It is going to be held on every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Fix it, and every speaker can come into the picture. Any other questions? What is the meaning of communique and how is it different from communication? Communique is just another term for communication. Sorry, communique is just another term for communication in another language. I've just given it a term as confidence communique. That's all.
Hi, Archana. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, there are two questions. One of my ex-colleague is in HR. So how I can tell him to attend? So can you?
Sure. So thank you so much. But may I know who was this person who had asked me
This is Rajiv Gokhale from Mumbai.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Hello, Rajiv.
yeah,
I did
yeah.
speak
I am
to you.
freelance
Yeah, I remember.
trainer. And yeah.
Yes. So in the chat screen, if you see, I have sent quite a good number of links. And
Okay.
one among those links is my WhatsApp community. Okay, I'll resend all those links again. One among those links is my WhatsApp community. So if you're joining in the WhatsApp community, you can very well come and yes. Let me type again. Thank you so much. Sorry, handling a few tabs here side by side, so mixing it. Yes, so I've sent all of it. WhatsApp community is the one which I'm holding right now. We have around 250 members in the community. Started just a few months earlier, so it's a little bit small, but thank you so much for all the people who are there in the community. You can send the community link across to them, ask them to join in it. So every week I'm going to post in the community as to what exactly is the episode going to be regarding, what is the topic, who is the speaker. They can definitely come and join. They can register for the session, just like how you have registered right now.
Now,
Yes,
my
Mr.
second question is that I am a
Yes.
freelance trainer. So how those things will be helpful for me?
Definitely, because now if you see the topics which are going to come into the picture, say for example, if it is feedback. So if you're a freelance trainer, you can listen to the feedback session, the 1 hour of talk show which we will have. And when you will go ahead and deliver the sessions, it is not just going to be a generic feedback round. Generic talking regarding the SBI method, talking regarding the sandwich method, at what it is. If we are actually listening to the talk show, we'll be able to listen from the corporate setup, how the feedback is given, what are the concerns which are happening. So now when you are going to go and deliver the sessions, you can give them some case studies or scenarios based on the organizational aspect of feedback, rather than just giving the theoretical version of it, or rather than just giving some quiz scenarios based on feedback. You can definitely take some learnings from here as well and deliver in your session.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello,
Yes,
madam.
Mr. Pras, I can see your question hands being raised. Please go ahead and
Archana is here. Archana Manjunath here.
oh, Manjunath. Sorry, Mr. Pras. Yes, Manjunath, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, ma'am. I'm looking for really, thank you for the Chandra sir, Ramchandra sir is given the opportunity to want to join with you, and it's a great pleasure. Please go ahead, all the best. End of the session, I can give you the questions. Whatever
Thank you.
I'm doing, freelancer come as a health. I working as a health advisor, come freelancing.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
I'm working with the AI. It is a Philips company, and as a freelancer also I work. I will take advice from you later on.
Yes, yes, sure. We would love to then learn something regarding from the AI as well. Okay, so Mr. Raj had asked me a question for which I was struggling a little bit with regards to using the chat box and all that. Now I've gotten hand of it. So here's an example of how various topics are going to be. The role of HR in digital transformation. Post this, I'll come to you, Mr. Pras. The role of HR in digital transformation, remote and hybrid workforce management, lessons for young leaders, the new age HR toolkit, AI automation and agility. Since you just now mentioned AI, I was it strike my mind. Designing employee experiences that retain talent. So basically, if you see many of the companies, they are handling employee engagement in such a manner that is they just hold team building games and they come back. But employee engagement is not just about holding games. Employee engagement goes further beyond it. That is, we need to hold sessions for probably some speaker sessions, dental camp, dental eye checkup camp, free camp like that. These are also engagement sessions. Why are we not even doing that? People are not even aware that we can do something like that. Otherwise, they think that budget comes into hand. But trust me, budget is not at all a concern. There are so many people who will do free workshops for you. Why are we not discussing that? Why are we not doing that in our workshop? These are the small things which will actually come into our point if we have to create an organizational setup, or rather than organizational setup, I would see an engagement in line, which will be helpful for us to retain the talents as well. So that is what we can also discuss. Mr. Pras, I'm so sorry. Are you there in the call?
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you're audible. Hello, Pras. How are you?
I'm very well, Archana. How are you doing?
I'm great as well. Thank you so much for
Glad,
joining with us.
yeah, I'm glad to see the kind of development you made through this channel. Appreciate that. I think I was the first speaker in your
Yes, yes, yes.
right. Um,
From there to here, that's the journey. Thanks a ton.
Yeah, the journey is really going good. I appreciate and I wish you're doing well. So I was just listening to someone asking, the meaning of communique or how different is it from communication. Yes, you are right. It is another meaning, but then in a different way. It is a synonym, but then communique basically is used as an official statement. So communication is basically a common word that we use to interact or to express our views. But communique is a word that is used as an official statement, especially in the newspapers or in any kind of statements in an organization, which uh, informs the people across or which gives a statement. So that's how the word communique comes from. So I thought of, answering this, so I just pissed in.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving this insights to me as well.
Yeah,
I would also be liking to know a little bit more further on this. Well, I guess that answers your question as well, Miss Yogita.
yeah,
Any
that's it.
other
Thank you.
questions, yeah, please? Thank you so much, Mr. Pras.
Yeah.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, please. Kindly
Yes,
introduce
Shahab this side.
yourself.
Shahab this side from
Oh, yes,
ASK.
Shahabdin. Yes.
Yes, very good morning, and it's nice to see you early morning. Positive, you're spreading positive energy. It's really good
10:45
to
is
know.
not early morning for me, Mr.
I
Shahab.
no, the beginning of the morning. Sorry for the correct for that.
No problem. Please go ahead.
So actually, I had the question. So since you were talking about leadership and human resource management, so I could able to see like there are organizations where there are a good number of men and female. So how do you communicate if there's a huge difference in the numbers of ratio of male and female? So how do you approach? I've seen that female HRs are more easy to approach than a male HR. What I have observed, but I don't know whether I'm right or wrong. So if you can
Sorry, I didn't get your question well. Are you asking how do we speak to people who are from different genders, or are you asking how do we communicate the ratio across? Sorry, I didn't get your question well.
No. I was asking like how do we communicate with the HRs? Like if there's a female HR and a male HR.
Thank
So
you
how
so much.
does a female employee approach male
Thank you
and
so much
vice
for the
versa?
question. And this question is also something which probably people have that in mind. And that is what I would like to answer here, Mr. Shahab. That is, it is a lot regard this session which we are holding right now is not regarding a topic which goes inside and out. Because now, if I get into the discussion, of course, it's not like I will not be having an answer. I would have an opinion, and then it will go ahead with some other discussions and all that. So I probably would be preferring to answer this question in one of the topics of the talk show wherein we are going to have this topic. Okay. Presently, the ones which I would be happy to address is only in lines with what this series is going to be regarding.
Got it, ma'am. Thank you for your
Sure, please. Any other questions from anyone? So this is going to be on every Saturday. The community link which is posted in the chat screen. Please feel free to join the community. WhatsApp community towards the last we have. Please feel free to join the community. You will get regular updates. Sending individually across to people is a little bit difficult for me because not because of the time, but we have WhatsApp business. It is not WhatsApp personal. Those who are not aware, let me tell you, WhatsApp business has a limit as well on the number of messages which we can send across in a day. So I usually send across only in the community. Community is not going to be open for everybody. It is going to be limited only to me. So every 1 hour, I'm not just going to regularly type good morning, how are you, good morning, how are you all. That is not going to happen. Please feel free to join the community. Your number is also going to remain private. So you will not be able to see anybody who is there in the community except for me, of course, the community admin. Apart from that, you will not be able to see. So feel free every Saturday 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. online via Zoom. Free registration. You will have the session for sure. But what is the registration link and who is going to be the speaker, who is going to be the topic is going to be displayed only onto the community. Thus, I request you to please come and join the community for getting the regular updates. Is there any other questions which we have? Else, can we please wind up with the session?
On the topics, will you be informed in advance what topics on the talk will be there?
Yes, of course. This question comes from
Rajiv Gokhale.
Okay, fine. So let me show you a small example of how I have created for one. I'm holding, as Mr. Ramesh had started, he said that I'm holding sessions previously as well. So let me show you how basically one of the previous session was created and sent across. Yes. So now you can see here, I've posted into the chat screen. So here's a poster which will go across to the people. So if you're there in the community or if you have been regularly following me, I also updated my status. You can save my number as well. Yes, there you go. I've put it up in the chat screen. It's loaded. So the topic as well as the speaker is posted across. Here is how the poster is going to come in. So you can definitely, below that, I am going to mention the registration link and the WhatsApp link. You can definitely come and join the registration. I mean, you can register yourself using the link and you'll get reminders. Any other questions? Okay, so I guess we are probably coming to the end of it. Thank you so much to all the participants who have come. But please do not quit because we have vote of thanks. The person is waiting from along. So every session, just to give you a small insights, a summary of it, every session will have a new speaker, a speaker from various industries and organizations, MNCs, global or domestic. Feel free to drop me a text if you want to register as a speaker as well. I would be happy to take you in, not just as a participant, but as a speaker. All would be HRs or people leaders in that domain, but only from organization. It is not going to be trainers. They deal with people and people-centric decisions. Thus, the reply which they are going to give are going to be practical solutions which you can go ahead and apply in your organization. Thank you so much for everyone for the interactions. I really love the questions which came across. It shows your inquisitivity. Now I invite Mr. Shahabuddin for the vote of thanks, please.
Okay, thank you, Archana ji.
So yes, thank you, Ms. Archana ma'am, for the lovely handover. So for everybody, my name is Shahabuddin, and I'm representing ASK Technology. So it was really a very nice launch for this episode, ma'am. We are very wonderful for joining this session, and you have given a very good clarity regarding the session series which is going to coming soon, and we'll ensure that we will be a part of this upcoming series and looking forward for all the upcoming sessions. So for all the past participants who are there with us today, if you found this discussion which has resonated with you, so I would like to request everybody to join the WhatsApp community, and you will get all the updates over there, and you can connect with us anytime in the community. And moreover, sharing this series, you can share this series with your upcoming friends or family who are interested to become the upcoming leader, so it may be helpful for them as well. And the details all will always be posted in a week earlier in the community. So Confidence Commune. So I hand over the session back to Ms. Archana for wind up. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Shahuddin, for your closing remarks. It's much appreciated. There were few people who joined towards the end. I'm so sorry you're winding up the session. So you missed the entire introduction regarding the session. It's much appreciated. So while I close, I want to take a moment to thank all the participants. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for your interaction. Thank you for your curiosity to ask what the question is regarding. I really appreciated it. This is Confidence Communique, where leaders learn to speak, act, and lead with confidence. See you in the upcoming episodes. Keep it blocked in your calendar every Saturday, my dear friends and participants. 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. You will have the session for sure. It is a fixed one. Catch you all in the upcoming Saturdays. Join our community. Follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. We are always live on LinkedIn for every session. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day and take care. Catch you up for the upcoming session on Saturday. I'll give you the details in the community. Thank you so much,
very much.
Arun sir.
Thank you
so
very
much, everyone.
much. Thank you, Archana ma'am.
Thank you.